Hey guys, it's Derek from Pacific Coast Auto and welcome to our YouTube channel. Now this channel is where we show the vehicles that we bought from auction here in Japan for export to countries around the world. Now this one's a 1991 Honda Beat and will be exported to the USA. This one's kind of special because it has original 37,000 kilometers, which for a 25-year-old car is really remarkable. The Honda Beat is probably the coolest or one of the coolest K cars that was available during the late 80s, early 90s. Sports car, rear-wheel drive, mid-engine, and open top. 660cc 3-cylinder engine is tucked right up in there. You can't see very much of it, but this engine revs to 9,000 RPM and probably even higher if you want. You can see the itty-bitty little trunk. It's really cute and tiny little battery here. Okay, now not much to say about the engine. I did check the coolant and the oil, and both of them were in tip-top shape from auction, which is not always the case. That being said, we don't know how long those fluids have been in there. Because the vehicle doesn't have very much mileage on it, it could be that the fluids look like they're really good, but because of time have broken down. So please do change those when you get the vehicle. Look at this little hood prop. Not needed though. Okay, now the Beat engine is usually kind of a thrashy sounding engine, and this one, possibly because of the lower mileage, sounds a lot quieter than they typically do. Now that being said, you don't have a lot of sound insulation in this car, and it revs really high, and so if you drive this car, you kind of have to get used to having a very, very loud engine sound. It's not even the exhaust, it's the engine sound. You got the fog lights on, because those fog lights are so small and cool. And let's go over the auction sheet. So here's the information given to us from the auction. I'll go over this and translate it for you. So this is a 1991 importable to the States under the 25-year rule. Honda Beat, 660cc. Auction grade 3.5 and interior is C. 37,578 kilometers. Original red paint. 5-speed manual transmission. Comes with AC and it does work. I did check that, so that's good. Aftermarket wheels, and I do want to say something important about the wheels. Aftermarket steering wheel. Original steering wheel comes in the car, and it's the original Honda one for the car is in really good shape. Usually these steering wheels are super rough, but this one's in great shape, and considering the low mileage on the car, I would think that the original steering wheel completes the set really nicely. Okay, going back to here. Okay, various scratches, dents, and paint fade. The paint fade is a big deal. It's on basically all the panels are slightly different color because of fading, and I'll show you that as we go around. Underside surface rust and corrosion. Now I couldn't see this very well yet. I will go under the vehicle and get another video of it before we're done here, just because when it says corrosion on here, we want to be extra careful. Typically, I would say don't go for a car with corrosion on the underside, but each buyer is up to their own what kind of cars that they want to buy, and so this customer wanted to bid on that one. Some people like to get a lower price on a car with corrosion in order to fix it themselves and get better value that way, or even if you fix it at a shop, it might be a good one to go for. Anyway, looking at the body here, we got a couple of weird inconsistencies, and I want to show you this. The U3 on the door here on the left side, now I couldn't find any U3, that should be a large dent, and this is a good inconsistency to have because U3 should be a really big dent. And so I don't see it. Now there is this body line here, and the body line goes down and then bubbles. There might be some dent in there, I don't know, but it looks pretty straight to me. Okay, and so that's a plus. The U3 dent should be really big. I have already did this in another recent video, but this one here, this is a U2A3. Okay. And so that's just to give you an idea of what a U2A3 should be, a medium dent with large scratches on it. And so there should be a dent at least that size here, but there isn't. And then we have A3 here and A3 here. Just going to show you that. A3 here is here. Now they said A3 on the trunk, that would encompass this and this and this. And then there's also on this side, you see here and here. And then we got a lot of rock chips on the hood here. And I'll just stop so that you can see those. And I got pictures of all of this because video won't show as much detail. Okay, so I'm going to do it once around here. You can get a good look at what the vehicle looks like. It does have yellow plates on there. The yellow plates are for the K cars, and then the regular cars in Japan get a white plate. And so the yellow plate is kind of cool, but unfortunately if you buy a car you can't keep the plate. After I'm done shooting this video, I'm going to rip that plate off with my teeth. Not really. And then we take it to the registration office and they say, "Thank you for giving us the plate back. We will not call the police on your shop." Okay, so looking at the wheels, this is really cool. So the Honda Beat usually comes with, I think, 12-inch wheels and 13, or they could be 13 and 14, I can't remember. But these ones here are 13 here and 14 here, and they are an NK wheel. Okay, so NK is an aftermarket wheel company that's quite respected, especially for their lightweight wheels. And on a car like this, a lightweight wheel will do wonders. What I think is really cool is that this is a set that NK used to make when the Beat was a popular car or a new car, and then you would buy the set specifically made for the Beat, and you would see in a magazine, for example, NK now selling Beat exclusive wheels. And the reason why they're Beat exclusive is because they come in a 13 and a 14, and I'm guessing that they did come as a set. Now you could just buy a 13 and a 14 and get the offsets right for whatever wheels that you wanted, but the bolt pattern for these, which is a 4x100, is kind of weird, and also a 13 and a 14, it's just not being run over by taxi here. And this offset is just not that popular of a wheel except for the Beat. And so that's what I think. That's my guess. They do have the NK caps on them, and they have the NK stamp in there, and they look like a super lightweight. And so we have a 155/65 R13 at the front with lots of meat on the tire. And in the back, 165/60 R14. Okay, so looking at fade, we have different colors here, different colors here, different colors here, different colors here. Now, I don't think that this has been repainted, at least not everywhere. I think the back spoiler may have been. But what happens is the plastic and the metal is painted, and when they're painted, the paint matches, but because of the different types of material that they're on, the different heat ranges that they go through and heat cycles, and the amount that the UV coating protects the paint on those different surfaces, it tends to do this. And whoa, we're gonna get run over. That when the vehicles run over the ice, it's really freaky. Okay, and so because of that, they get fade at different rates, and then red is a funny color. Like light blue looks like light blue, but light red looks like pink. And so especially cameras have a weird way of understanding the color red. And because of that, you're not seeing exactly what I'm seeing here, but it is pretty bad. And the cure to this is to repaint the car, sadly. But the car is great otherwise, and so I think it would be worth it. Soft top is in very, very good condition for being an original soft top. It's soft, and it has one small rip, which could be glued back in very easily right here. Okay. Going into the car, and these are functional scoops on the side there. Door cards have very little amount of fade on them. Usually these are pretty rough, and they scratch easily and they fade easily, so that's good. The zebra print inside makes me feel all sorts of interesting feelings. I think that it is excellent. I love it immensely. The seats are good, but the one place that all the Beats rip the seats is right here. These Beat seats have become really expensive because all of them rip. No matter the mileage, they all rip. We bought one for a customer, and I think it was like $500 for a seat, which is pretty weird for like an aftermarket seat, even for a rare car, but this is a popular car, but all ripped right there. They have like a piece of metal in here, like right here, that is so close to the area where you're sitting that it rubs very easily. It's like a design defect in my mind. Okay, cool gauges here with a white face, and you can see the 9000s there. 37, 612, And notice that it is a 6-digit, and so it's not one of those K cars that has only 5 digits that would roll over, and it would actually be 137, but then it shows 37. This one here would clock all of your kilometers correctly, and so that is the authentic 37,612 kilometers, I believe. Level of wear inside here is very little. There is a chipped piece here. And the steering and the shifting feels more new car-ish than most of these Beats that I have driven. The person who was sitting here was breakdancing, and that's probably breakdancing in the chair, which is kind of hard to do. Unless you've seen the Mitsubishi Eclipse commercial. I think it's the Eclipse commercial. There's like a girl breakdancing inside a car. So maybe this is the practice car for that? I don't know. Overall, good car. Needs some things here and there, like most cars that are almost as old as I am. But that's going to be the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.